Hi, hello, welcome in. Welcome to my channel if you're new. My name's Charlotte, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I feel like it's pretty obvious from the title of today's video, but I am starting the 75 soft challenge. So for those of you that don't know, the 75 challenges, I don't know who they were made up by, but they are essentially a 75-day challenge with a few various like lifestyle things in them. So I'm gonna put up a little infographic on the screen because there is a 75 hard challenge and there is a 75 soft. The 75 hard challenge is a strict version of the version I'm doing. So I believe for the 75 hard, you have to do 2 45-minute workouts a day. I think it's 5 or 6 days a week. And one of those workouts every day has to be outdoors. You have to drink loads of water. You have to get your 10 pages of reading in a day. You follow a diet and you take progress pictures. No alcohol for 75 days, no cheat meals for 75 days. I don't like the term cheat meal, but I'm just reading off an infographic, so that's why I'm using that. 75 hard seems a little restrictive, and also I don't really have the time or like the resources to be able to do that every day. I feel like it would be incredibly difficult for me. So I'm taking part in something that's called 75 soft, and I have kind of bent the rules a little bit and I've made my own rules. 75 soft is like a much gentler version of that 75 hard program. So you would do 1 workout a day instead of 2. There's no need for progress photos. The infographic that I'll put on the screen should kind of like show you the difference between the 75 hard and the 75 soft, but I've also bent the rules a little bit and made my own rules to make this challenge a bit more applicable to me. So I'm starting my 75-day soft challenge on Monday the 26th of August, which should take me to the 9th of November as a finish date. It feels like such a long time, doesn't it? But you know what, the time will pass anyway. Like the time will come and I'll have either done it or not have done it. So what are my intentions, I guess, around recording content for it? I'm definitely not going to record every day, but I thought I could do a check-in every now and then, maybe like after the first month, or, you know, random vlogs, day whatever of 75 soft. If I'm doing a particularly interesting workout or like a meal prep or something like that, let me know what you want to see around this content. I'll definitely do a review at the end and tell you how I found it. And I'm just hoping that this will work as an extra layer to be accountable. So actually, before I get into my rules, I guess like why am I doing the 75 soft? I've wanted to do this for ages, and for whatever reason have like made my excuses to not do it. My partner is doing it with me and is really enthusiastic about doing it with me, which I think will help because it kind of gives me that accountability. We're usually not very aligned with like gym and like our lifestyle, and you know, he might be on a diet when I'm not doing that kind of thing. So it'll be really nice to have us both on it and just like keep that accountability. Now seems like a really good time for me because I've just settled into the rhythm of a new job and a new place to live, and I feel like it's quite good motivating energy while I'm still in this like period of change in my life. It would be interesting to film day one and kind of go through with you my day routine. It is quite late in the afternoon when I'm filming this, but I have filmed a lot of stuff out of order. The next part of this video will kind of, I guess, be like a mini vlog of like how my first day has gone. I'm gonna set up a tracker as well. Let's go through my rules. So my first rule is the one that I'm probably the most intimidated by, and this is that I'm going to do a 45-minute workout 4 times a week. Definitely a deviation from the original 75 soft rules, because I believe the original rule for that is that you work out 45 minutes 5 or 6 days a week, and you have 1 rest day. I'm pretty sure it's 6 days a week, but I think that's going to be a little bit too strenuous on me to begin with. I would like to halfway through move up to 5 times a week. What does that look like for me? So I've had about 2 or 3 months off working out due to a back injury, which was really frustrating and difficult for me, and it's definitely now on the mend. So my workouts definitely look like yoga, walking, Pilates when my back is fully healed. One of my overarching goals this year was to get deeper into my yoga practice, and we are 8 months into the year, and obviously I've had 3 months off, so I'm cutting myself a bit of slack, but I haven't made as much progress as I would have liked. So I'm hoping that this will look like on my work from home days, I will do a couple of at-home yoga workouts straight after work, and then go to a couple of classes a week. I've ordered a hot yoga towel because there's a hot yoga studio not too far from me that I would like to go to. I would really like to incorporate some flexibility drills into my working out. I'm starting this on a Monday, so it's a Monday today, and I realized because I'm only doing 4 workouts a week, I didn't actually have to work out today. I could have done it another day when I'm working from home, but I think I will, just because start as you mean to go on, etc. So this afternoon I'm going to do a 45-minute flexibility or yoga video. I'm unsure at the moment. I'm going to see which one takes my fancy. I have a few YouTube channels that I like to do for yoga, so I'm going to have to choose one later, and I will make sure I link which one I use as well in the description box. So my second rule is around food, and this is about following a healthy diet and making healthier choices. I'm really anti-diet culture and language, so I'm going to be really careful with how I best choose to describe this, but just know that I'm not like subscribing to a quote-unquote clean eating model and any of that kind of stuff. I really don't like the language of like cheat meals or clean food versus like clean eating, that kind of thing. I really don't like it. I don't think it's very helpful, and I think it gives us bad language and bad habits around food. So for me, I think this point is more about making healthier choices. I don't think that much will change around my diet. I am going to work more at cooking from scratch more, because that's something I really enjoy, and previously I've like opted for convenience foods and, you know, just stuff that's easier but doesn't necessarily make me feel very good. So I just want to get back into a really good habit of like cooking like 90% of my meals. I'm not going to be tough on myself about going out with friends or like, you know, having dessert, having pudding, that kind of thing if I'm out. Yeah, it's just making healthier choices. I have made a lot of very unhealthy choices recently, and it's just time to reel it back in a little bit. I'm looking at low volumes of ultra processed ingredients, whole foods, making things from scratch. So for anyone new, I'm pescatarian and I don't tend to eat too much dairy. I'm a little bit lactose intolerant with some things but not others, so like I can't really drink cow's milk that much anymore, so I opt for soy, but like small amounts of yogurt are fine. So that's where I'm at with my diet, and it's just about being more consistent. The next rule is around drinking alcohol, which to be honest is not going to be a huge change for me, and this is only drinking on social occasions. But I don't drink at home actually, ever. My boyfriend doesn't really drink, like hardly at all, like once a month, if that. So this is going to be a really easy rule for me to follow. I am very partial to a pint in the sunshine, but now we are kind of on our way into autumn. I think this will be easier. So technically I don't even drink on anything that isn't a social occasion because I'm always with someone else. I don't drink at home, I don't drink by myself. I probably would say I'm at around the phase where I drink every other week, and that's usually a pint with a friend. So to me that is a social occasion because I don't have a lot of stuff in the diary that's like really big planning. I don't do like big nights out, big weekends, things like that. So I think for this one, for me, this is going to look like if I'm going to the pub with a friend and I know I'm going for one drink, I might opt for like a non-alcoholic option. So like a non-alcoholic beer or a mocktail. I'm going to see how I go with this one because this is going to be the rule that kind of has the least impact on my life. I do have a few things planned in, like hen parties coming up and a few friends' birthdays, and I will be drinking on them, but my alcohol consumption isn't massive anyway. But I'm wondering if maybe I can just reduce it on these events even further because it just doesn't make me feel good. I don't really like it. I love a pint, but I don't love being hungover or like drinking. Like I love a night out, but I don't go out to like get really hammered. But like I love it once I'm there, if that makes sense. I did Sober October last year and I'm thinking I'll do it again. The only thing with Sober October is it's my best friend's birthday in the middle, so I usually have a 2-week break, so I'll do like the one night I'll drink, but I still think drinking once a month is better than not doing Sober October at all. And yeah, I guess I have a few friends that are sober, so it comes quite easily to me. The next rule is one I've really been struggling with, and it is drinking 2 litres of water a day. I literally bought this today because I didn't actually have a water bottle. I know it's really bad, I didn't have a water bottle, like what's that about? So 2 litres I feel is reasonable. I've been really, really bad at drinking water. I know it's really childish for me to say, but like I've been in a phase of my life where I just don't like the taste of water. I know that's a bit wild. It's because I haven't had a bottle, my water just hasn't been tasting very good, my medication makes me really dehydrated. It's all just like a combination of loads of things. 2 of these is all I need to do, and what's the time? It's 3 o'clock and this is as much as I've drunk. However, I have drunk this since I bought this bottle this afternoon, so I'm trying really hard. My next rule, the penultimate rule, is to read 20 pages a day. And I feel like if you've seen my channel, you'll probably be like, okay, but Shah, you read so much, so like, what's the big deal? I haven't been lately. I found it really difficult to read. I find it really challenging at the moment, and I think reading comes and goes, but reading is also like one of my favorite hobbies, and I feel like I get really down when I don't read. So I think mandating some time and like putting that time aside to only read 20 pages a day is really good for me, and I think it will just help. I would read that anyway, but I think sometimes I just need a rule. Like, I'm such a stickler for a rule and a routine. I'm so Capricorn like that. Like, I love a schedule. I'm gonna try to do this before bed, because in Doug's rules, he's got 10 pages. His rules are almost the same as mine. The workouts and the reading has changed slightly because he works out more, but he's got 10 pages. So we're gonna try to do that together in the evenings before bed, and then it's like nice, no phone time. I read a lot quicker and I read a lot more, so he doesn't read, which is why he's going for the 10 pages. I've not read a lot in August, relative to me, obviously, because I read quite a lot generally, but I've not read a lot for me. So I think this will just really help get through some of my books. A lot of this stuff on my shelf is actually unread. I'd probably say I've only read about 50% of it, so it's like my full TBR basically behind me. I don't read on my lunch breaks at work anymore because I take a half-hour lunch break instead of an hour, so that's not helped. I used to read a lot on my lunch break at my last job because I would take an hour, but I actually prefer half an hour and finishing earlier. Last is my most flexible rule, and it's definitely an aim rather than a rule, but I'm gonna aim to have a 10 p.m. bedtime on days where I'm working, which is only 4 days a week, because I currently get up at 6 a.m. when I'm in office, and I've been so tired. I'm not even in my 3rd week at my new job yet, and I'm just really struggling to get used to the earlier start and the earlier bedtime and the earlier finish. I just haven't been accommodating for that. So yeah, I want to aim to be kind of in bed, settled and ready to sleep at 10. I think rest is so important for a recovering body as well, especially if I'm working out a lot, and I'm sure I'll be definitely very tired. The sleeping one is so self-explanatory, but that's just a foundational thing I think I need to put into practice a bit more, because I often stay up quite late just like doing nothing on my phone. That's the kind of rut I've been in at the moment. I just literally doom scroll for hours. It adds nothing to my life. I spend hours just like sat on my phone doing nothing. One of my big rules that I've tried to have since I was like starting to do content creation for the last few years is to create more than I consume, and I've definitely been consuming more than I've been creating. So I just want to flip the script a little bit with that, and you know, go back to putting my phone away before I get into bed. I used to be really good and not go on my phone like 2 hours before I went to sleep, and lo and behold, I'm falling asleep with my phone in my hand. It doesn't help that I'm often staying up a lot editing and, you know, planning my content. But yeah, let's just be a bit more boundaried with the phone and the bedtime and the screen time. I want to get my screen time really down. So I think when I work from home as well, I'm gonna have to like lock my phone in another room and just like forget it's there. What's left to do today is to drink 1.5 litres of water. We're about to get up and do my little tracker, because I'm going to do a physical tracker for it. I already filmed my food shop portion this morning before I filmed this, so we are going back in time a little bit. Right, in the name of making healthier choices, I've just done a massive food shop, and it was like the kind of food shop where everything runs out, so it was really annoyingly expensive. But I'm going to go through with you everything I got. I'm very much like a make all my lunches, make most of my dinners kind of person, like cook from scratch person anyway. I'm actually going to start with something that I'm not making from scratch. I got these salmon katsu burgers that were on reduce, because I'm going to put them in the freezer, because I'm trying to like stock up our freezer for meals that are easy to cook. It's going to be easier if I put everything out on the counter and then show you that way actually. Right, yes, looking at everything, this is definitely like more of a store cupboard shop. I'll show you in a sec, because we usually buy more fresh fruit and veg, but I have loads of like leftovers and meals that are carrying over, so I will show you that now. Fruit and veg, we usually buy a lot more than this, but we had some left over, so sprouts, mushrooms, you know, peppers. I got this reduced Chinese leaf for my noodles tonight. Loads of fruit. I got frozen cherries to make chia pudding, but cherry chia pudding instead of mango. More chia seeds, things like bin liners. We also got kitchen roll and toothpaste, which made it expensive. All of Doug's like protein stuff that he likes to get, so these yogurts, which are actually really nice, and then these like YouFit protein drinks. He's also doing 75 soft with me, so these are just like a part of his shop every week. Bananas, Weetabix, yogurt, halloumi, eggs, chicken, not mine obviously. This is probably what made it so expensive, so we got this as it was on offer. We eat a lot of salmon, so I'll take out 2 of these for this week and have them in the freezer. And then, yeah, like I said, store cupboard stuff, so we need to re-up on our milks, stock cubes, tomatoes, coconut milk, cashew butter, a couple of these rices just in case we're feeling lazy, tuna, which makes everything really expensive, a couple of like seasonings, things like that, crisp, squash. I wanted these olives really bad because I've been buying fresh ones every week and these are a bit cheaper, and a sweet corn. So yeah, that's more or less everything. My like healthy eating prerogative for 75 soft isn't about like necessarily restriction, but I do think I have been a bit fast and loose lately with stuff that doesn't make me feel good, and definitely like in excess. Like I'm very much a moderation girl. Like if I buy something, I don't have to eat every single thing out of the pack, you know, like it's okay to. I'm very like conscious of my language around this, because I feel like if you know me, you know I'm not very big on diet culture, but I am big on like moderation and making sure I eat intuitively and eat what feels good. I just want to get into a better routine with my eating, and when I was eating less ultra processed stuff, I felt really, really good. For me, it's just about doing that a bit more. Definitely not the most gorgeous presentation I've ever done, but this is my little lunch. To be honest, I don't think much is going to change in my diet. Underneath my egg is some tomatoes and some onions, and I put some Kewpie mayo on some sourdough toast, and then just what's left of these olives because I wanted something a bit more savoury. I've been sat cross-legged on the floor while I was filming that for like half an hour, and both my legs have gone really, really dead. I feel like I'm limping. Oh look, there's a squirrel. We've had the same squirrel that visits our garden, and I actually love him. I'm gonna leave him out some stuff, I think. I'm doing a post-it note tracker because there's like loads of apps and stuff you can download. I'm just not a digital girl, despite all of this. Like, I like writing things down, I like physical calendars, I like physical diaries. I want this somewhere I can see it, but not see it too much. So I'm gonna do it on the back of my bedroom door, and then that way we can pull a post-it note off at the end of every night once we've completed it. Not like that big enough, I don't think. I feel like this is going to take me ages. I've realised it's actually so much quicker if I just put the post-its on the door and then write on them. But I'm just scared I'm going to get a Sharpie on the door. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, let's try this way then. I don't have a flat door. I know exactly which row it is that's going to fall off this as well. It's going to be all of this middle row and probably this one. I should have got a tear-off calendar. Because I fucked up 3 post-it notes. Bastard. Wait, actually, no. Yes, I can do it. But that one's got a 4, so I'll make that 74, and I'll make that one 75. I will say it's quite ugly, isn't it? But that's fine, because I always have the door open. I sleep with the door open too. The idea is that I'll take one off at the end of the day when I've completed everything. Right, I'm really hungry, and do you know what's really funny is that I haven't actually worked out yet. It's like, what's the time? It's 6 o'clock. I'm gonna make dinner now, and I'm gonna do like a 45-minute relaxing yoga before bed, like a flexibility one, and I'm gonna watch TV while I do it. No, I'm not. That's a lie. I'm gonna do like an actual workout and be mindful with it. So I'm gonna show you what I'm having for dinner. I'm not gonna film myself cooking today because I feel like that's all I've done for like the last 3 weeks. Got these flat noodles, and I'm gonna have like a sticky hoisin mushroom noodle, and I'm gonna garnish it with Chinese leaf and baby cucumbers, like all finely diced hopefully, and I'll show you when it's all assembled. Right, it looks a bit random, but I did sticky hoisin noodles. I've put loads of that Chinese cabbage on top just for some crunch, some cucumber, some sesame seeds, chopped it off with a little bit of sesame oil and soy sauce, and yeah, I'm gonna eat that now. It looks delicious.
And you want to be your... Thank you. Courtney, you were playing it. That's true.
This pile of stuff just like follows me wherever I moved it, so I didn't have to do yoga next to it. And now it's still behind me in this background. And I have actually worked to get it reduced today, but it's just gone A. I set up my yoga mat and like my tea and my workout DVD. I'm doing 45 minutes slow flow deep stretch yoga for flexibility. This is Yoga with Cassandra. I'll link the video in the description box for you. As this is a deep stretch, I imagine that considering it's been so long since I did any kind of exercise, I probably will be a little bit sore tomorrow morning, but that's fine because I'm only working from home. I'm gonna try remember to make sure I track this on my Apple Watch, not that it matters, but I didn't wear it today for any of my steps, and I felt like I got quite a lot of steps in. I think what I'm gonna try do, especially moving forward, is work out on the days that I work from home because I won't move otherwise. So either try go to a class or do a home workout. I've got a cup of tea as well.
In this class, I went to inside partial. Just a wonderful full body stretch. Second side. Just to stretch it all out.
That's me done with that. That was really, really nice. I would really recommend that video. I really am into like flexibility and I'm trying really hard to get my splits this year. I say trying really hard, I'm trying really hard from now. You can see I turned off the light to make it even more vibey. This is a nice setup, I'm into this. As far as water goes, I still have half a litre to drink, so I dare say that I'll be up all night going to the bathroom. I'm gonna hop in the shower and then I'm gonna make something a little snack-wise, a little sweet treat, but a healthier sweet treat to have before bed because I have really shackled myself into sugar before bed and I do know I just need to go cold turkey. Usually it would be like half a pack of biscuits or some donuts or something, but I'm gonna make a little yogurt and some fruit. I've like unfortunately conditioned myself into wanting something sweet before bed, so instead of having like a donut or an ice cream or something really kind of like high in sugar like I usually would, I'm gonna have this, which is probably equally high in sugar, but I feel like a more sensible decision right before bed. So yogurt, disgusting looking cherry coconut chia pudding. I made it a bit too runny, so I've added some more chia seeds into the mix, and some leftover fruit I had, although the raspberries are a bit tart, so I'm not having a huge amount of them, but I'm gonna eat this in bed while I read. It's book reading time. This is what I'm reading. I'm doing 20 pages. I'm still reading this. I'm nearly at the end. It's just taking me a really long time. And then this is what Doug's reading. I don't know how far he is through. How far are you through this? It's got illustrations.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm going to read this after him, I think. That's really cool, it's got illustrations. But yeah, he's doing 10 pages, I'm doing 20. Still have this much water to go. I don't know if it's a good idea to drink that much before bed, but we'll see. It's like, how many millilitres is it, like 400? Once again, it's very much the next day. I forgot to film a wrap up to that, but I ended up reading, let me see how many pages I read. So I ended on 771, so I believe that's 40 pages more. I can't actually remember where I started, but I think I started on 731. So my first day of 75 soft went really well. Obviously it wasn't not gonna go well. This is quite an unstrenuous challenge, but let me know if you want like more random day vlogs of a day in my life or a week in my life of 75 soft. I'll be interesting to see how it goes. I want to like check in and let you know how I'm doing. I forgot the most fun bit, which is taking off the day one. So out of all my 75s, I've done it in 7s because it's a week, but here we go. That's the end of the first day. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you've done anything similar, I'd love to hear your thoughts, like what you found good, what you found difficult. The only thing I didn't complete yesterday was the drinking the water, and I'm not gonna lie, I drank like an extra 200 mils. You know, I had that like little bit left last night. I was right, I was up all night going to the bathroom. So I'm gonna try get a little bit more ahead today with that, but that was the only thing I didn't complete. Anyway, thanks for watching. All my socials are in the description box, you know where to find them, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your week.